Well, this should be one of the easiest videos that I've ever made because I'm basically making a video about a ball that sells itself. That's because we've combined two of Hammer fans' favorite products. I'm talking about the gas mask core from the Black Widow series and, you guessed it, the Purple Hammer urethane cover stock from the current Purple Hammer to create this Black Widow pink urethane. So this video is more about the ball motion chart and understanding the nuances of the new reaction of the Black Widow Pink Urethane than it really is about telling you about the new product, because if you're a Hammer fan, oh, you know. So let's just take a refresher about the Black Widow gas mask core. It contains a total differential of 0.58, which is basically max flare according to the USBC rules for an undrilled ball. 0.58 is right up against the 0.60 limit. And the intermediate diff of 0.16 controls the breakpoint shape. That's going to give you a fair amount of mid-lane shape for this urethane ball. And certainly, overall, this ball flares way more than a Purple Hammer. And that intermediate diff definitely gives it more mid-lane kick than a Purple Hammer. Okay, this ball is not a thick shell like the purple. It actually has an outer core compound. That is the compound that has carbon fiber infusion. Of course, that's stronger than our standard compound material that we use. That means you're going to have harder hitting power going through the pins. And all of this is wrapped around the Purple Hammer urethane cover stock, now in this beautiful pink pearl formulation for this urethane ball. So, without wasting any more of your time, let's take it to the comparison chart and see how this Black Widow Urethane Pink stacks up to both the Purple Hammer and the rest of the current Hammer lineup. If you've been watching my videos, you already know that this chart contains every release in the Hammer lineup for an entire year. They're sorted by oil volume on the bottom, from lightest on the left to heaviest on the right, and by response to friction on the y-axis, with the sharpest responding balls toward the top of the chart and the smoothest responding balls toward the bottom of the chart. Our newest release, Hammer Black Widow Pink Urethane, is highlighted in yellow. It's built to handle a medium light to medium amount of total oil volume. You notice that it can handle a good amount more oil volume than a Purple Hammer. It is a little less smooth too because of that built-in intermediate diff. It's going to flare a lot more, and it's going to give you more mid-lane motion. Arguably, the Purple Hammer back-ends more because of the fact that it's so smooth, and the change of direction is more gradual overall due to the symmetric nature and the low flaring nature of that LED core. By comparison, the Black Widow Pink Urethane is going to flare about as much as you've ever seen a urethane ball flare, and of course that intermediate differential is going to make sure that it has a more abrupt mid-lane motion. Because of that, it could be a little forward off the end of the pattern, it could be a little more rolly. It's certainly more rolly than a Purple Hammer, and because of the nature of urethane cover stocks reading so early, it has the potential to be a little more rolly than other reactive balls that are around it on the chart, like the Scorpions and the Raw series. In the past, I have been vocally opposed to strong asymmetrical cores paired with urethane cover stocks. Traditional urethane cover stocks tend to read the mid lane really early and really strongly and lay off the back end. Typical strong asymmetrical balls tend to read the mid lane earlier and lay off the back end. So when you pair them together, you get a combination that's kind of early and kind of quitty. But none of those previous asymmetrical urethane balls had the it factor. And of course the it factor I'm talking about is the Purple Pearl urethane formulation. That cover stock blend allows this Black Widow Urethane Pink to get through the fronts better than typical urethane balls and read the right part of the late mid lane and still offer enough stick on the back to continue better than typical urethane asymmetrical balls. Overall, this Black Widow Pink Urethane is going to be an amazing piece for a range of player styles. For the two-handed bowlers, the high-rev bowlers, or the lower-speed bowlers who found great success with the Purple Pearl, you're going to find more success on more higher volume conditions with this Black Widow Urethane. Effectively, it's a ball up. For the players who don't get that much use out of urethane, like the higher-speed players, or players that just bowl on too much volume for a Purple Pearl Urethane, for example, this ball is going to be great for you as well. When the higher rev players who tend to gravitate toward urethane are throwing their Purple Pearls, you have the option to go to the Pink Pearl and be able to keep up with them. Well, this video ended up being a lot longer than I expected it to be, but you know what? I had a lot to say about this really great product and about urethane in general. Urethane's a highly contested, highly debated topic in the industry right now, and it's always nice when I get to say my piece about it. Make sure you pick yours up, they're available worldwide. And last but not least, I want to hear your take on urethane in the comments. Do you plan on getting this urethane ball? Do you already have a purple hammer? Would you carry more than one urethane ball? Do you use them on house shots? Do you use them strictly for sports shot tournaments? I want to know. Make sure you keep it classy. We want to have a civilized discussion. We don't want to have I can't say what I want to say. Write your comments below. Like, subscribe, share. Check back often because I make new videos every time that we come out with new products. And of course, I'll see you in the next video.